Hello, my name is Anna Mackenzie. I'm about to talk about some of the jobs that I've done through Scotia Personnel, but before I talk about them, I'd like to thank Scotia Personnel for organizing all of these jobs for me because all of them have been the best jobs I've ever had, and they've been honestly giving me like the best summers of my life. So the first job that I did through Scotia Personnel was being an au pair in Spain. Before I left to Spain, I had to Skype the family that I'd be going to see just to make sure that I'd be comfortable. When I was flying out, I was almost positive that I was going to have a great time, which I did. So I flew out, they picked me up from the airport, and my day would basically consist of waking up the boys. There was 3 boys, one was 12 and 2 of them were 7, I think, at the time. And so we would wake up, I'd make them breakfast, and then we'd go to the beach for a couple hours, which was super close to their place. So we'd go to the beach for a couple hours, come back, and we'd have lunch. I wouldn't have to make lunch because they would have somebody come in that would make lunch for us, and they would also do cleaning and stuff like that. So my job was really just to be their older sister, being their babysitter, and helping them with English. They were all pretty fluent in English though, because their dad had gone to university in the States, so he was always talking English with them, but they just wanted me to be there while they were working, taking care of them and just helping further improve their English. So that was my life for a month and a half. I had so much fun. The boys were so nice, so kind, and so funny. I had so much fun. And when I had days off, they would take me to other beaches around the island because I was in Mallorca. So I didn't really go off and do anything on my own because I didn't feel the need to. I liked being with them. They knew the area. They would show me around. They would take me to places, and it was great. The next job I did with Scotia Personnel was working at the UK camps. I did this 2 summers after I went to Spain. And at the UK camps, there's a little bit more organization because they had to pay you through your banks. You had to get your visa, you had to get all this bank information, police check. But Scotia Personnel had done it before. They knew what needed to happen, how it needed to happen. So all I had to do was just listen to them, and that's all. I didn't need to do any other research. They knew what to do. So first I had to fly out to London to actually pick up my visa, and then I took the train to Wales, which is where the training camp was that year. At the training camp, you met all of the camp coaches that you'd be working with. It's kind of just a social week to meet everyone, see what the camp is going to be like, and just training, learning what to do, and just stuff like that. But it was still very fun. At the end of the week, they divided us all up into who would be going to which camp because Kingswood has a bunch of different locations around the UK. I ended up going to the location in Ashford, which is just half an hour outside of London. And so we got to Ashford, and I had a room with a bunch of the girls that I had met in Wales. And I just had the best time ever. We all got along so well. Our day would consist of going out to breakfast at the camp. And then we would go to our lines, which is where we would have our group of kids that we would have for the week. Throughout the week, basically our job was, we didn't lead the activities, but we basically took on the role of like a teacher taking their students on a field trip. So we take them to the activities, make sure everyone's happy, making sure everyone's having fun, making sure everyone's following the rules. And the activity leaders would actually do the activities because they were trained in all of the rope stuff and all the other activities. So we would do that, and then we'd go to lunch with them, have another like block of activities, and then we'd have dinner, and then the kids would go to bed, and then we'd go back to our accommodations. We would get a couple days off a week. For a couple of those times that we had off, I would sometimes go to London for the weekend and just kind of explore. There's a couple girls that came with me a couple times. I had friends that I met there that obviously lived in the UK because it's a camp in the UK, so sometimes they would drive us to the beach. And then I also got, when we got there, I requested a week off in the month of August, and in that month, I visited in that week, I visited the family that I au paired with. So I kind of had like a little bit of vacation week where I visited them and we went to the beaches and stuff that we used to go to, which was super fun. When the camp ended, I was really sad because I was just so close with all the girls that I met there. We still keep in touch. I went to go visit them over the winter break, and it was just so much fun. I found that being an au pair really helped. It kind of prepared me for university because I went right when I finished high school just to kind of be on my own. Not that I was alone, but I was like away from home for a week and a half with another family. So it kind of just prepared me to move out of the house and move into residence and stuff like that. And then the UK camp was just so much fun, 24/7. Didn't even feel like work. Neither was the au pair, but we were working more in the UK because you are working like 24/7 taking care of these kids. But it didn't feel like that just because you're always with people and you're always talking with people, and we were always having fun. I hope to go to Italy this summer to be a tutor. I'm still planning that out. But I just want to thank Scotia Personnel for all of these opportunities that they've been able to organize for me. They were able to organize them super efficiently, and they made sure that I was doing everything at the right time. So on my end, I basically just did what they said, and then I got like 2 of the best jobs that I've ever had. So yeah, I just wanted to thank Scotia Personnel. They're super awesome. I still keep in touch with them, and hopefully I'll be going to Italy through them this summer. So yeah.